How's she going, my son, and welcome back to Civilization 5 with Polynesia. We've just started, so we don't got a lot going on here. We've got a really decent spot to start at, though. And we're just scouting around, finding the lay of the land, mostly the coastline, because that's where we want to settle most of our settlements in the future. And, you know, just figuring out what to do. We're up to, we got calendar for free, and we're working on writing right now. A very important thing to get. Oh, yay, another free culture thing. Sweet. Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Excellent. We're also working down the religion tree, because we want to get... or the piety tree, I should say. We also want to get a Reformation belief as soon as possible, so that we get to pick one before the computer does, because the computer might take the one we want. Which is a bit of an annoyance. Okay, what can I do if I build a worker in 12 turns? How long will it take me to make mining? 8. That'll actually line up perfectly, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make the worker. Because if I make the worker, here's what I'm thinking. I make the worker, it takes 12 turns. The writing will finish in 4 turns. The worker will have 8 turns left. I make mining in 8 turns, the worker will be finished by the time mining is finished, so I can immediately work the copper and start having the bonus happiness from the copper. And money, because I'm apparently running out. We have a very tiny deficit. Oh, hello, Songhai. Not the biggest fan of you or your newsletter. So I'm looking at Panama City here, and I kind of want this spot. Like, where Panama City is right now, I want to just, like, take it off the map and put one of my cities there, but you can't remove a city-state unless Venice or, what is that, Austria? Yeah, Austria. They have abilities that turn city-states into their cities, and, like, it counts as if they settled it. So then, if you're someone else, you could wipe it off the map and then put your own thing there. But otherwise, the city-state cannot be removed. It's like a capital. It cannot be removed from the map by any means, even nuclear missiles, which is kind of ridiculous. So I might just have to take it over and just live with the courthouse extra gold cost. Ah, crap. No, don't smash my scouts, you douchebags. Oh well. Although I'm looking at it again, I don't know. Okay, because, like, giant head, giant head, giant head. Actually, yeah, crap, that's a lot of giant heads. I should try to claim this spot. Because I'd make one here, 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 one here. Plus, the ones here, here, and here have 2 on either side of them, so they make more points. And this one makes more points. And the one there would make a decent amount of points, and this one would make a lot, and yeah, it would be really good. Because the big thing with the Moas, or the Moa heads, the big Easter Island heads, is they scale if you have more of them in a line. You know, because it's like the actual Easter Island heads. So, you know, you want to claim as much coast as possible. And, oh. Stone circles, desert folklore. Okay, I was considering stone circles because of the 2 quarry spots we have, but now I'm going to go Earth Mother because it's already taken. But unfortunately, that means it's going to take longer for us to get our Pantheon, because every Pantheon made makes every future Pantheon harder to get. Which is kind of annoying. Because to get a Pantheon, you need 15 faith, just off the cuff. And then from there, your first religion comes at approximately 200 faith. Because it makes a great profit, but you could get a great profit as soon as you hit 200, or... oh, okay, good, they didn't take the one I want. It could be as soon as 200, or it could be like 250-ish. You know, it's a bit random. Because it's supposed to be, you know, ooh, a prophet appeared suddenly out of nowhere. Spreading a religion. Ah, it's going to take even longer now. Damn you people. They're finding free faith from, like, ancient ruins is what's happening. Which is kind of annoying. Because I'm not, and I want it. Oh well. Oh well, what can you do? The mostest literate people. There's one guy with 5, and everyone else has got like 4 or 3. So we're in a good spot.
He who destroys a good book kills reason itself.
I definitely always go writing first these days, because building a library early is what gets you to the better science later. Particularly if you stick with the upper path of the tree and get, like, you know, education, and then scientific theory, and then, like, well, plastics. Plastics is one you kind of get anyway, because it leads to atomic theory, which is, you know, uranium. And even if you're not going to use uranium to blow people up, you're going to want nuclear power plants. So, that kind of happens anyway. But I prefer to get the science stuff sooner, because, again, like anyone who's watched the channel for a while knows, I'm a big fan of compound interest in video games. The idea being, decisions I make early on help me out a lot later on. You know, decisions I make building upon themselves and becoming these awesome things that snowball out of control. Quebec City. Again, I apologize if you hear my computer humming. I hope it doesn't get picked up in the microphone, but it might. You never know. Grandmother's got a cough. You can hear it all the way up here. That's never good. Although, on the other hand, it's, you know, it's loud and loose. It's not dry and tight, so that's actually decent for a cough. I think that's her. Actually, hold on a moment. I'm going to go check. And I am back. Grandmother is alive. No worries there. Like I said, it's loose. It's not, you know, it's not dry and tight. It's loose and loud. So that's good for coughs. Even if it does sound messy. Alright, I think we're good here. Ah, stop founding pantheons, damn it. I need my religion. Oh. See, this is one of the reasons why I don't like getting in the religion game sometimes, unless I'm a civilization that's, like, super specifically into the religion. Like, you know, the Celts or something. Because, you know, it's a lot... Because there's a lot of random factors that kind of screw with you if you're trying to set up a religion quickly. You know, it's not as bad in smaller games, but I always like playing with 12 players, because it's just more fun that way to me. Ooh, I like bonus resources on coast, because normally when you have a bonus resource on a tile, you have to build the thing that exploits it, like you have to build stables on cows or whatever. But if you're making the Easter Island heads, you don't have to. You can just put an Easter Island head there instead, which is amazing. So you end up with an Easter Island head that makes 3 food and 2 culture. And later 2 gold. Which is kind of cool. Because it gets gold. They also make gold once you have flight, because then they become a tourist attraction and people spend money to see them. Which is neat. A lot of my real estate's taken up by city-states. That's kind of annoying. I might have to take some of them out to get all the real estate I want. Alternatively, I could just set up on the other continent, because I can get there while everyone else can't, other than the people who started there. So I'd be able to, you know, have decent spots on their coastline, and hopefully theirs is better. You never know.
The meek shall inherit the earth, but not its mineral rights.
Okay, so... At this point, what do we do? Well, the giant heads are here. Yeah, let's fast track the giant heads. Because I've been talking up a big game for them, and I think I should be able to build them to actually use them. Gotta love finding the city-states as the first person to find them, because you get a nice chunk of change out of them. And when I'm only losing 1 gold a turn because of the number of people I have, or number of units I have running around, getting 30 is a lot of, you know, it's 30 turns of, I'm going to be okay. Now, we actually got the mining a turn sooner than I expected, but that's fine. That just means we get to research another technology a turn sooner. Okay, we have our Pantheon, finally. Okay, menu. Okay. Yeah, we want Earth Mother. Where is it? Earth Mother. Faith from copper, iron, and salt. Boop. Excellent. Okay, so we've got that going. Now, wonder building in the really early game, I'm not a big fan of, because I feel like it... Well, for one thing, it's a gamble. If you try to build a wonder really early, and then someone nicks it from under you because they were building it first, and you didn't realize, all that production kind of goes up in smoke. I mean, you get a bunch of gold for it in exchange, but I'd rather have built a building, like a regular building, than get gold from failing a wonder, personally. So I'm going to build a library instead, because I find that to be more important. Oh. Hello, Attila. Oh no, it's Jakazulu. My bad. Oh, you have writing. That's kind of surprising. Not usually the technology track you go down. Oh, that's a second city. Yeah, he expands really fast. It's very annoying. It's one of the reasons why I put him in the game, though. It keeps things interesting. Because I could have put in a bunch of really passive leaders and just steamrolled the game, but I mean, where's the fun in that? I actually want to, have a little bit of challenge. But I don't want to have every neighbor being a douchebag either, because then that's just no fun. What has he gone? Shaka has gone liberty, honor, piety. Yeah, okay. Sweden is in the race with me for the Reformation belief. Hopefully he doesn't make it on me. I'm not digging the fact that all these coastlines have trees on them, either jungle or forest, because I gotta chop that shit down first. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it is something that gets in the way, and the tile underneath might not be as good. Tears of the Gods. That one is really good, but it's really hard to ever get a use out of it. You just have to, like, get lucky and actually have terrain that supports it. I mean, that's true of most of them, but a lot of them are a lot more general purpose. Like, I mean, oh, I'm on a desert. I'll pick, desert folklore. Oh, I'm in the tundra. I'll pick the tundra, the Dance of the Aurora. I mean, it's a lot simpler. It's like, oh, I'm surrounded by salt or copper. I'll make Earth Mother. It's one of those setups. Oh, Harrow. You would be an annoyance like that, wouldn't you? Oh, wait, you can't go in ocean. I'm just going to skirt around you. You can't do a damn thing about it. Oh, that's funny. That's an interesting little spot. This would be really good if I was Japan. Because they love having the atolls, like the little mini islands, and they love fishing boats. I should play Japan at some point. It's one of the only civs I've not played, actually. Oh, wow, yeah, Japan would love this spot. Holy crap. Because it'd be like, you settle here, you get all of this, you get that, and you get that. You get, well, you'd have to kick Shaka Zulu out first, but then you'd get, you'd get the cocoa, cows, fresh water. That's always good. Setting up in freshwater locations is easier than setting up on, saltwater locations, or no water locations at all. Which, makes sense in terms of real-world history.
Det är min övertygelse att den uppgörelse kan gagna både mitt och ert folk.
Absolutely.
Gärna det.
Sounds good. So now we know where Sweden is. Stockholm. All the way up yonder that way. Man, this is a really good spot. Hell, I wouldn't mind it as Polynesia either. I'd probably settle, like, on this little island here, And then just be like, giant head, giant head, giant head, giant head, giant head. Oh, not close enough for that one. I might build one there anyway once the borders expand long enough, just because it would make this one, the one on this tile, bigger. You know. Although I might settle here and have more giant heads. I don't know. We would have to see. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about leveling the piety tree as my first tree is it doesn't do anything for a civilization that doesn't have its religion yet. And some of its things don't really work until you've researched kind of further in the game as well. And I'm like, you know, it's compound interest, sure, but it's very delayed compound interest. And I kind of like the faster starts of tradition and stuff, but, you know, I'm going to give this a go. I want to see if this works. And I'm pretty sure it does, but, you know. Nice to see it in action. Okay, we have calendars, don't we? Yes, we do. So, you guys set up there. Alright. I would auto-scout, but auto-scout when you're Polynesia is a bit of a bad move, because then your scouts try to explore the whole damn ocean by themselves. No thank you. That's what the caravels are for in the Renaissance, my friend. I mean, I might go out and explore in the ocean to see if I can find the other continent, but not right now. Sweden's got a barbarian problem. And I don't envy Shaka's position. I mean, he's got a lot of luxuries and stuff, sure, but he's in the middle of jungle. Jungle is like one of the worst things to start in. It's one of the best things to expand into later, but it's one of the worst things to start with. Because you either have to sacrifice the late game benefit of a jungle just to get set up, or you have to just kind of suffer with substandard tiles, because you can't work a jungle until... Well, you can work a jungle, but you can't improve it for more food and whatnot, like plains or grassland, until later in the game. And even then, you never really make it super, like, food productive tiles. They always just make a lot of other stuff, which is cool when you have it, when it's like your third or fourth city later in the game. But when it's your first city and you need food to get started, it kind of slows you down pretty hard.
How happy are those whose walls already rise?
Woot. Should I deviate from my strategy to get... Wait, what happens if I pick this before I found a religion? Ugh. Ooh, that could be a problem. What I might do then is just hold on to the policy instead of actually spending it. Would probably be a good idea. Because, you know, it's by default you can't do that, but it's an option you can toggle, and almost everyone I've ever heard play this does it, so it's something I do. Oh, hell. Don't kill me, please. Oh, God, ow. Yeah, you take way more damage when you're on a boat than when you're on dry land if you're a unit that's supposed to be on dry land. Because you're not supposed to be out in the water, boy. Okay, we got our library. Good times. Let us get our granary. Long-term food solutions means the human species can start growing and I can start developing. Because it's, you know, it's the sole reason why humanity is basically the most dominant species on the planet. Or at least the most dominant mammal on the planet. I'm pretty sure there's like, you know, if you go by individual number of units in the species, I mean, there's more than likely insects that are more numerous than we are. But, like, we're definitely the most predominant mammal on the planet because of the fact that we found out the trick. Hey, we can actually make our, you know, we can have our children actually last a winter or two longer by settling down and farming instead of, you know, living the hunter and gathering life all the time, and, you know, getting people get eaten by bears and whatnot. Or I guess back in the day, giant sloths or whatever. Wouldn't be dinosaurs, because obviously dinosaurs were way before people. Ah, crap. Rip, Scout. That Scout's gonna die. Ooh, sweet. Grab that one before I get out of the way there. I'll probably make the next Scout start looking for the other continent. Because I might settle there. I might actually just settle there up front instead of settling as much on this continent. Rip, Scout. Damn it. Oh well. Not a lot you can do. What do we get? Oh, sweet. Rival of a great prophet. 60 faith, yes. Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yeah, it's only 200, so it's gonna be a little bit. Well, literally at the rate I'm going...
Thou shalt not muzzle the ox when he treadeth out the corn.
I need 109. So that's 54 turns and change. So I'm gonna need to build another city and build another shrine in said city in order to power out the religion a little faster. Oh hey, we're right next to horses. Sweet. Yeah, that's the turn. Oh, I've realized I've actually gone a little long here, so very easy to lose track of time with this game. So when this next turn rolls around, I will end the video. Panama desires trade route. You know, well, good luck getting one in this day and age. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Civilization 5 with Polynesia. Twitter, Tumblr, and subscription are in the description as usual. We're off to a slow start because I haven't really settled anywhere. I don't have tradition or liberty accelerating my planting speed of cities or anything like that. But we're going places. We've got more continent explored. We've definitely explored most of the map than any other person because I doubt anybody else has the ability to embark this early in the game because, well, we have it from day one as Polynesia, which is pretty awesome. Plus, we can also go over ocean on day one, which is huge. Hopefully, I get to exploit that feature in the future and find the other continent and the other people on it before anyone else does. But until then, thank you all so much for watching, and ciao for now.